It's Frequently Asked Questions Podcast. Fuzzy and Quincy today. Oh, please subscribe. FAQ Podcast on YouTube, FAQ Podcast, Apple, wherever you watch podcasts, please check them out. Listen, I'm a little excited. This next gentleman, he has produced 18, well, probably now it's 19, 20, 30. He has more than 18 number one songs he's produced.
Hot 100 number ones.
Yeah, he's produced.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah. It's not like the Southwest
It's not the R&B
Compton.
number ones.
Yeah, it's not the R&B.
Got like 52.
It's Hot 100s.
We're going to talk, we talking heavy. I mean, he's worked with
Big
people
boys.
like Ricky Martin.
Who?
Beyonce. Usher.
Never heard of him.
Sierra. Brandy.
No way.
Khalees. Summer Walker.
Icon. Love it.
Let's give it up for the pen. Sean Garrett. He is here.
Ooh.
Sean, you've been on a run, bro.
Hey, man.
Like, no, like you've been moving around, Fuzz. Like he's been active.
You've been
in these streets.
outside.
We outside, brother. We outside.
First of all, thank you for coming on to the FAQ podcast, my G.
Brother, you already know, man. Me and you are good friends.
Yeah, man. He picked up when I called. I knew that he fuck with us.
Yeah, he was like, Fuzzy, stop playing. Fuzz, stop playing. He dug in your head. Yeah, no, I saw that.
When Fuzzy calls, you come.
Hey.
Like
Hey.
that.
Say that again.
The connector.
My God.
Let's start with Summer Walker, man. And we can go back because there's so many things. Just number one, Summer Walker.
Yeah, number one. There's nothing in front of number one, so let's do number one talk. Let's do number one talk.
Ooh.
Well, just go with the numero uno.
Yeah, because a lot of people use that phrase, but
They don't really have them. All right, let's talk about Summer Walker then. Since we're on the number one,
That's your lady.
Number
That's
one
your
album in
latest.
the country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Summer Walker, by the way.
Great album. Oh, listen, guys, we're in our feelings. First of all,
It's toxic.
she
talking,
went in.
She's talking crazy.
Yeah, she's violent. She's violent. Very violent.
You know what my song is? That reciprocate like that.
Ooh.
That feels really good.
Yes.
It's a vibe to it.
It's yes.
Like that, I got
it's
to it.
breathing. It's breathing.
It's breathing.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that going to be a single? You think?
Listen, man, we got reciprocate, toxic, bitter, constant bullshit.
Listen,
Okay,
but it's some
baby mama.
She talking that
that
talk.
whole-
She
All right?
talking.
That right there. You know what I'm saying?
Where did you? All right, so I mean, with this album, because her relationship was so public. When it came to you, how did it become that the pen is going to produce this entire project, and what was the conversations to lead to these bangers you just named?
Bangers.
Well, thank you first of all. By the way, well, secondly, I had to give thanks to my guys at LVRN. You know what I'm saying? That's a label.
Yeah, man. Good people,
LVRN
man.
and my brothers, man. Shout out to Carlin, Justice, Tunde, Sean, and Junior.
Shout out to Justice. I was just in the studio with him last week. Good
Young
dude.
Just, that's my little bro, for real. This is a monumental moment, right, in our culture, because this is first of all, like, LVRN is an African-American based label, you know what I'm saying? And they young superstars, you know what I'm saying? All of them, it's a consortium of 5 brothers who went to HBCU schools.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're like culturally sound, like seriously, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as you can see, I don't know if everyone noticed, but the rollout was incredible.
They're
right?
hands on. with it.
Plexiglass in the middle of New York.
Yeah,
and
yeah. The whole idea, man, of the drive,
Yeah.
taking on its own.
Yeah, we
bass
saw
and
the
voice.
mayhem.
Yeah,
Saw the mayhem
it
on
was
that.
crazy. It was nuts. So I mean, that we haven't seen stuff like that in a long time. I feel like I feel incredibly appreciative and thankful and grateful to have been a part of this monumental thing, because one, the rollout was incredible.
Okay.
2, thank you to Summer just being such an incredible artist who has the ability to translate socially and obviously musically, but in a way that penetrates people's hearts. You know what I'm saying? On a whole nother level. We haven't felt this kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, probably. Like, this is like, I mean, y'all probably gonna kill me, but I'm gonna say what I feel.
Say it.
Miseducation.
Honesty. You're talking about how open and honest this.
Yeah.
Exactly. And how important it is to the females of today. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when Miseducation came out?
Yeah.
It was sort of like
It felt like Not Gonna Cry, Mary J. Blige.
Yes,
I know you don't want to say those big names.
Yes, because, you know, and I was talking to Charlamagne, and Charlamagne was like, you know, he really don't really like to have that type of comparison thing, but why shouldn't we? You know what I'm saying? That's the part that we limit ourselves, I think, in our community, man. We limit ourselves so much. I don't like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a military brat, so I had the opportunity to, like, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, Campbellton Road, but I got a chance to move to Europe when I was 5, 6 years old.
Really?
And I got a chance to travel and see the world. And my parents were so amazing. You know what I'm saying? My parents gave me an opportunity because they're from the hood. My dad's Philly. My mom's from Perry Homes.
Dad's from Philly. I don't know if you just heard
Every
that.
time.
You know
I wish I had a bell. Ding!
Yeah, I just want to say that.
Anytime there's a 215 Stay Alive, he talks.
His dad's from Philly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to Philly.
Yes,
You know what I
Philly.
mean? But the beautiful thing is that I had a great mixture. You know, my dad was like military, the special forces type of missions and stuff like that. So, you know, my dad left home. I didn't know if necessarily my dad was coming back home.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So my mentality is a lot different than most people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little militant, if you might not have known. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm a lover as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was taught in my house to be strong, have a lot of integrity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the stuff that, what was kind of crazy is like when I used to come back to, and I don't want to get off the subject of the Summer Walker album, but it ties into how I think and the integrity of what we do, and it's in the music too. But it was like, I'm gonna be honest, man, like, I didn't get a chance to see so much of the stuff that was going on in America as far as like what some of my brothers and sisters was going through. Some of the stuff I never saw.
Because you're in overseas.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, I never felt it. So my mentality was so
Different.
and sort of, to some people, abrasive, because I was never scared of any type of fear of, like,
You had no limits on you.
I never had no limits of my thoughts, never had no limits of my ability to become whatever I wanted to become. I never had the what they call, like, this stigma, right? That sometimes you can see that we have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like you're proud of yourself, but you can't say you're proud. You strong, but you gotta watch how you say it.
Hell yeah.
And I just never really had that limit. You know what I'm saying? So I think when I came back, you know, initially, you know, I never liked the idea how they treated songwriters. So I was hella bent on proving the point that, like,
Songwriters are important.
oh,
So
man,
how old were you when this was happening?
this was around 18, 19 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I signed my first record when I was 13.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came back here, like, shout out to Chris Hicks and Noontime and
Legendary.
my man Shakir Stewart, God rest his soul, Billy Calloway. I ended up signing my deal, my first deal, L.A. Reid. I ended up doing my deal at Hitco.
Shout out to
Hitco Music Publishing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right down the street. And I was offered quite a few deals. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up doing my deal here because it was in Atlanta. And I didn't want to go outside of,
It was home.
I was like,
Right.
Wow.
I ain't.
So, but you probably had this said to you a lot. Like, who do you think you are? Because you probably had like, dog, I'm not dealing with that.
And that's what I was getting to. Like, so I remember I said shout out to Chris Hicks because Chris, he loves this conversation. So they was like, yo, like, I used to be like, hey, yo, man, I'm not doing no work unless y'all pay me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what? Like, songwriters don't get paid up front. I was like, if that producer getting paid, I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I write the song. You know what I'm saying? So I started out, and a lot of the songwriter producers today, that's why they love me so much. I be telling people, like, the kids love me. Like, the kids adore me. All songwriter producers of this generation know what it is. They know what it is. They know who Sean Garrett is. They know what I stood for.
So you kind of changed the game a little bit with how they looked at writers.
Yeah, because I was a writer, but I was a producer too. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wasn't feeling the idea of being limited in my ability, because I knew my abilities were, thank God, but thank my parents, because my parents instilled that confidence in me that was just unbearably
You had no fears.
clear. Yeah.
So you understand Kanye?
Absolutely. I was just talking about it. Kanye is like, but that's how people try to do. I completely understand Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Like-
but from a point, because his parents instilled in him from a young age, like, yo, you could do whatever.
Exactly.
And that's what, and you were seeing it from, you know, you weren't in America growing up saying you're a black kid, you can't do that,
Absolutely.
or they got that and we can't have.
Well, I
this.
wasn't having white people telling me what I couldn't do. I
Yeah.
wasn't having no white people telling me what. I wasn't having white people talking to me crazy
Militant.
at all.
That's the militant Sean.
Straight up.
Right.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even up, and it's on site. If I just wasn't having that,
Yeah.
like I don't even understand that. Like my daddy,
Like, what is that?
my dad's offends this country. I know you got to have me confused. Got to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I get it.
Gotta have me confused. But I speak 3 languages. What are we talking about? Understand
What you
me?
speak? English, German?
German, French. You know what I'm saying? So here's the problem. When I cause in school, I went to school with all types of people that was all different colors. In first grade.
So yeah.
It ain't like I got to junior high and started or went to high school and started. Yo, I was on site. I was like,
Yeah. So
What
you
is
were
we
cultured.
talking about?
Culturally
Yeah.
aware.
and so that's how people try to do. They try to break you down mentally to make you feel like you're out of place or you're out of your mind. The first breakdown of making you lower your standards is to make you feel like you're crazy. So Kanye ain't crazy. Kanye's clear. He's really clear, but he also has so many thoughts. And, you know, think about this. When you can afford, when you start to being able to afford things,
Yeah.
and then you can comfortably afford life
And don't have to ask anybody.
and don't have to ask anyone, then time is the only thing that you really are concerned about.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not competing against anyone but time.
You ain't got to go to no job. You ain't got to, yeah.
It's just time, bro. So you're trying to figure out all these ideas, right, that you can get out to help your people. And your people are white, black, blue, green, and purple. Because I got a lot of great white friends. I have a lot of great white mentors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of great black friends. I got a lot of great Arabic mentors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are from different places that there's something that they tend to have that's very interesting to me. I can sit and have different type of conversations with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like whether it be about stocks or tech or life, fabrics,
Yeah.
you know, clothes, fashion, you know what I'm saying? Cars.
How long were you overseas? Because you went
My
to
whole
Germany,
life.
right?
Like, yeah. So I moved here when I was like 5. So Tyler, like from like 5 to like 18.
So you came back when you were 18 to Atlanta.
Well, yeah, I used to come back like every other year for the summer.
Okay.
Maybe like a month
Okay.
at the most. You know what I'm saying? And so I even went through with my own family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just now discovering some of my cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Because you've been gone.
Because I had been gone. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you're moving around. You kind of in a different life. You know what I'm saying? The military life is just a different type of life. Yeah. And then I was actually an artist as well. So I was touring. I started touring 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the world even on my own. Making more money. Shit, by the time I was 16, I was making more money than my parents.
So how you get signed when you 16? You 14, you on the road? Like,
it's just like Justin Bieber got signed. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Solo artist or in a group?
I was in a group.
What's the name of the group?
3D. I was on the Areola BMG.
So you got signed overseas?
Yeah.
So you've toured through Europe before you were even 20,
Before I even
21.
got back here.
Oh, you swag.
So I understood the game, but because of how, you know, in our world, they look at you and they size you up and they pretty much decide what they may know of you based on what you look like. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a wise idea.
So while you're in 3D, you understood the importance of songwriting and being a producer.
Yeah, well, because you know when you in that time, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I understood. I was growing. You know what I'm saying? I was growing at a very young age, and I used to. I will say again, back to my parents, they pushed me. They pushed me to, and I'm an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
What
so
sports?
that shit, football, basketball, baseball. Baseball was really incredible in baseball.
Wow.
Really?
So, you know, I could have probably played pro baseball for sure.
you're that passionate about it.
Yes, that passionate keyword.
Right.
Passionate.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anything I'm passionate about, closing.
Yeah, I seen you in the studio. The first time I met you, I don't know if you remember this. I saw you in the studio, and I'm not name dropping, but Ninth Wonder invited me to come to the studio, and you were working with a group called Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm. And this is Ninth. So Ninth is like, I'm one of his LA homies. So he's like, hey man, I'm working in the studio with Destiny. I said, Destiny's Child, really? You're writing, girl,
and you need some
right? And so I'm seeing him create the melody. I'm there when you're creating the melody. It was just Kelly and Michelle. Beyonce wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I remember watching you, bro, come up with the freaking lyrics, and the girls getting excited. You're like, no, sing like this. I'm your girl. They were all like, I'm like, this song's going to be incredible, right? So I'm your girl. You're my girl. You're like that. But I love you. I'm seeing him.
And this is off the dome. Tell him, Fuss.
Yeah, it was all. I'm seeing him create.
Tell him, Fuss.
No,
seriously,
because Ninth just
people
had the
don't
loop.
believe this, bro.
He just had the loop, and they were conversating. He said, "Okay, what about this?" And you just making up. Then music got louder, and you just coming up like I'm like, he's not writing. I didn't see you write down anything. You're just telling them.
It's a true gift. It really is a gift.
So I'm seeing this. I didn't know Sean. Like, I'm just there for Ninth.
Yeah.
And Ninth was so nervous because he was like, I'm just in the corner, and I'm like, dude, like he's making this song. Like I heard this music. I'm like, what are they gonna do with this? Because I felt like a hip hop.
It was just
song.
a loop too.
It was a loop. What? Yeah. So I'm like, this sounds like a hip hop record. Then when he started putting a melody to it, I'm like,
so
yeah, man.
Out of the thin air.
It's just a gift, bro.
So is it pressure though? Like, okay, I'm earlier on in your career. I mean, now we talking about multiple number ones, but
crazy.
You do this song or you do this process, and sometimes I don't know, is it the process you just may be around the house, but is it time when it's time to perform something like
It's
that?
almost like, you know what, you know how cats play ball?
Yeah.
It's like they play ball.
You suit up and you
like,
ready.
They really play ball. You know what I mean? It's like like when they go on the court, you already know what time it is. You're in your comfort zone. So I don't never get nervous. I don't never have writer's block. I don't never have because I'm.
But you're elated. Every time I see you in studio, you're elated. You're happy.
Yeah.
It's not cocky. And I want to be very honest. Like you could be cocky, and you are cocky. But I'm saying in the studio when you working with the artist, you are excited. Like he's
confident. He's swaggy.
But I'm saying it's different. It's like I feel like you're more excited about the artist about to sing what you're about to put down, and you want them to get it.
Yeah.
And it's like you're a good, like you sell it well, bro. You sell it well, and I'm like, oh, this is why he's really great at what he
It's the passion of it, though.
Passion.
It's not.
Say it again. The passion.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's not even. And you know that's the thing. It's like people really do feel like I'm not cocky, man. There's nothing cocky
Confident.
about just being clear. I'm clear, if anything, bro.
Right.
I can see down the road. You know what I'm saying? Most people got to cut the lights on, cut the damn high beams on.
Right.
I could just see in the dark.
You just see in the dark. Do you feel like you have more success with female artists than you do with male, or you feel like it's a different?
Well, I mean, trying to compare to both. I mean, I've had like the biggest song ever. This is the number 14 song on the greatest hits of all time Hot 100 list, and that's
I think we heard it. We heard of it.
Yeah, Usher, yeah. I was at that video shoot.
A little bit.
Huge.
Yeah, we were at the video.
We were at the video shoot. Yeah, it was huge.
I might be on AM radio.
Huge.
How long did it take you to do that record?
That was actually like my first record. That might be my second one. First one.
Bro,
Your first record you ever wrote?
No.
First number.
No, the first one, that's my first number one, but that was like my second release, though.
But how did you get the call to do Usher's? Yeah, like
I didn't get the call. I had to create my moment.
Talk to it. Yeah, talk to us about it.
I mean, like there again, here we are again talking about the idea of like where I came from, bro. Like imagine coming back to the States and niggas not really fucking with you like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from Atlanta, but they like, who is he? What do he do? Okay, cool. But it wasn't like no embrace. I didn't have a crew. Like I didn't have a team. I didn't have someone who was, vouching for me, right? So I had to create my own narrative.
How?
Talk about that.
How do you, if nobody's messing with you, you coming back very confident and clear. You coming back
I had
home.
to create the moment, bro. It's
Okay.
like the one thing I know that you do, you know, if you know the process of how you pitch records, you have to create a record.
So you wasn't called to do Yeah.
I wasn't called to do Yeah. They didn't like Yeah. They didn't want to put Yeah out. As a matter of fact, you know, it was like I was told I'm finna ruin his career. For real.
But KP told us he thought it was a good idea to have
Lil Jon.
Little John in an Atlanta sounding song for Usher.
I mean, as much as I love KP, that's not the story. Like the
Am I
reality,
paraphrasing?
the reality of it is, there's a step-by-step booklet for you to get.
Ooh.
No, the reality was, of course, hindsight's 2020. Let's be real, bro. Like I had to create my moment. And initially, I didn't know Lil Jon. I reached out and had Billy Calloway. Whenever y'all get a chance to talk to him, that's who y'all need to call and ask, because he'll tell you. I called Billy because he was my publisher, and I said, "Yo, Billy, I need some of them Lil Jon tracks."
Okay.
And he was like, "Lil Jon tracks? Oh, okay, cool. Why you need some of those?" I was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna create this motherfucking Usher record."
No, you didn't.
I said, "I'm gonna create an Usher record because I really want to. I'm gonna put a Michael Jackson song on one of them crunk beats.
What do you mean by that?
I'm gonna put that Michael Jackson emotion. I'm gonna create a Michael Jackson emotion and put it on a crunk beat for Usher."
Decode what that means to our listeners and people.
Crunk was big at the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying
right?
the Michael Jackson, like what's the secret sauce in that song? I love when people decode this.
Yeah. I should have got down low and said, "Come and get me."
Okay.
I got so caught up, forgot she told me. I mean, my girl used to be best homie.
So people understand what that
The
is.
next thing I knew, she was on top of me screaming.
Wow.
Michael Jackson.
So all right, how many beats do you
Chico.
get? How many beats does Mr. Calloway send over and you like, that's the one?
Well, actually, they told us we can't get any Little John beats.
So you call Lil Jon?
No, I couldn't get to Lil Jon. I didn't even know Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the way this world
This
works.
when Lil Jon was
He was on fire.
Yeah, so
fuego.
I'm this kid talking about I want some Lil Jon beats to put a Michael Jackson song on Usher for Usher. They're like, please. So actually, his lawyer was who Billy reached out to, because I think that was, somebody on his team, and it was just like, it was like, nah, Lil Jon don't do, he don't do R&B, he does crunk music. It's like, word, damn. So then, I finally.
You just said.
This is crazy.
You know where my head is going with this.
Yeah, finally, man, I and shout out to Delicia, who was Little John's assistant at the time. And Delicia, I owe Delicia a lot. Because Delicia was his assistant at the time, and she went and got me 10 of those beats from Lil Jon. And he didn't even know that I had them. I don't think she stole them, but she
had access. She had
access to a pack.
Had the 10-pack. Okay.
She had a 10-pack. But, you know, of course, a lot of these guys are my friends now. But at the time, this is just the truth.
You're fighting for it to get in.
Just fighting to get in, brother. And so, yeah, man. So, finally got some of those tracks, man. And the crazy part is, I originally wrote the Yeah record to the P.D. Pablo beat, Freak a League. It's crazy.
Wow.
So if you go online right now, if you just go Google Sean Garrett, yeah, you'll hear my original demo.
Damn.
Bars.
So, I mean, you know, I could go on and on, but it's just God, man. This is just God's ordained. I feel like I'm anointed, seriously.
From when you had that idea to when Usher recorded it, how long was that span?
It was really tough. I mean, I could sit here and tell you the whole story, but it probably would take on up the whole interview.
Yeah.
But it was just a long draft. It was a long process, because I first went to go see Mr. Reed, L.A. Reid, and L.A. Was like, this is interesting. He was like, it's cool, but why would I want to put my superstar on a record with Lil Jon? I was like, and Ludacris, because it's a circus. I said, we've already heard Usher this way a million times. He's had 4 albums. It's like, this will be a circus, man. This will be a blockbuster. And so I just always thought really, really big. And I figured, man, I said, you know what? If they like this record, it's going to go crazy. If they don't, oh well. And I lose. Either I'm going to win big or I'm going to lose big, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I was saying in reference to Kanye. When you think so big and so out of control, like at the time, if I really tell people, like I really be telling, if I tell people like, yo, they really wasn't messing with this record, they like, you got to be kidding me. But it's the truth. Yeah. It's not nothing bad on their behalf. They just didn't get it.
Right.
And it's just the way life is. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when they made the first telephone and shit, I don't know if everybody thought the damn telephone would work. But the bottom line is, we're walking around in Yeezys, man. It cost 25 cents to make them shoes. Those are made out of foam. And we love them.
And spend 4 times over to get them.
Man, $250 out the store.
Out the store, yeah.
And then they resell for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, man, when you're a visionary, man, you're going to catch. See, I catch a lot of heat. So, yeah, I'm going to get called cocky. Yeah, because I can see. So, yeah, he's cocky. No, I can just see. I'm clear. But you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to think that I know what I'm talking about. I just have to show people. So, yeah, is it a bit more difficult for me? Yes. It's complicated. It's difficult. It's hard. You're going to be called all these types of names. Visionaries get called all types of stuff until the world sees it. Then they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So you single-handedly went after a Lil Jon beat specifically for Usher. And you,
by the way,
Usher wasn't, I mean, Lil Jon wasn't looking to do R&B, but this is his biggest.
This is his biggest record. It's Ludacris' biggest, shout out to Luda. It's Ludacris' biggest record. It's Lil Jon's biggest record. It's Usher's biggest record.
And
it's your biggest record on Confessions. And we sold 1.4 million albums the first week off a year. And we're Diamond. And this is not the first Diamond album.
What did you buy first?
I mean, man, I'm just really like.
Do you understand that song changed his life?
But did you see when you asked that question, he was about to spin off because it's just too much.
I'm really like a humble heart, man. Like I only really care. I've been having shit, man. My mom and daddy bought, I hear you. You can buy shit, but it's like, I love it, man. I love this. You know what I'm saying? I love the idea of making people happy, making people dance, you know what I'm saying? Challenging myself, you know what I'm saying? Going through the process of trying to win.
So is this...
That's what's most interesting to me.
Is this new number one, this Summer Walker number one, like, yeah, like... No,
honestly, this feels like that, though, to be honest with you, because, I mean, I don't think anybody really expected me and Summer to work together, number one. But number two, for this to be the success that it is now is unreal. Right? Because the first single, everybody thought that it's not Summer. But they didn't understand what we were trying to do. It's the same thing with like Confessions, see, I had to shoot outside the building.
Right.
I couldn't see inside the building. I didn't know what the story was. I didn't know what the storyline was on Confessions and Confessions 2 and Burn. I didn't know none of that. All I knew was I got to get inside that building. And the only way I'm going to have to get inside that building, I'm going to have to outthink whoever is controlling that building.
So you went with the same mentality for Summer Walker.
But that's crazy, though.
No, that was a different mentality because Summer Walker, I was in the building.
You thought.
So if you go back to the Usher album, go back to Confessions, it's on the Island with all these group of records it's
all
a separate thing.
Exactly.
It's a separate thing. So
but I went aesthetic. They went story, I went aesthetic.
If you go back and listen to the album, that album is talking heartbreak, heartbreak, heartbreak. Yeah.
No, it was definitely the one outside of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's more so from the perspective, think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like really break that down. That's war.
You had to get on an album that you had no vision of what the concept was.
I had to hit a target where I'm damn near in another country.
Got it. And you got flack for, even to go back to Summer Walker, the first single, did people like...
Yeah, because it's like...
They giving you a hard time, right?
Yeah, they were giving me a hard time.
X for a reason,
right? Okay. Yeah, because... Well, number one, we had to change the tempo because a lot of people was getting close to Summer. See, when we go into attack mode, you have to think about how you're going to defend home. Mm-hmm. Okay, Summer's home. We can't let anybody get up on Summer. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of female that were doing records in that same world, right? And she was moving. I mean, her speed is probably like 40, 45 on the highway. She ain't going 75, 85. That ain't how she drives. So it's not that hard to get close to somebody when they're going 40, 45 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? So we had to change the tempo. We had to throw people off a little bit. We had to change the narrative a bit. We had to get a little bit more deeper and increase our audience. We had to increase our audience. If we don't increase our audience, then we lose what they call market share.
Oh yeah.
How many people are calling you now? Because is this Summer Walker album like for you? Like, I'm still here, mother. Like, I'm still here, dog.
Nah, it's definitely.
Y'all think it's a game?
Yeah.
It's not a I told you so.
Y'all ain't want me here.
Nah, it's love. It's just love. It's their love and appreciation and like, you know, just under God, man. Like, this ain't my world. You know what I'm saying? I just live in it. I'm just proud and appreciative and humbled because God answers your prayers and God is like in control. Right. And like, and as many people that don't want to see it, they got to see it. You're gonna have to take this one.
So
you're gonna catch the fate.
The flack. I'm saying, like, because London on the Track, she has a kid by. They're in a relationship. This album is about. This feels like a female confessions. Mm-hmm. Since we're talking about confession, I've never. She's calling out names. She's saying, like, she's really putting it all out there in a respectful melody way, right? Do you when she's going through whatever she's going through, do you say, all right, this is time to go in the booth? Or do you have a lot of conversation? Because No ID always says a lot of times a good record starts with conversation. Mm-hmm. I've heard him say
all great records are conversation.
He says that. He believes in that, right? So was there a lot of conversation with her in the camp about being vulnerable, open, and transparent?
I try to give people truth, Fuzzy.
Yes.
And sometimes I try not to get so philosophically deep, but it's a combination of things, right? Mm-hmm. It's like your intuitiveness. Like Summer, I had to think a lot more. I had to think completely different than I would think if I was in the studio with Beyonce or Usher.
And how's that?
Because with Summer, it's like Summer can really write. Like, not that these other artists can't, but Summer, in her world, in her pocket, she can get down. So this was like, my job was to come in and produce the album and bring it together. Like, I'm, as a
Quincy
executive album.
Quincy Jones in it.
Yeah, so I had to fill in the blanks. So if I needed to come in and lay down, if I need to add 5 or 6 more records, and then we all listen, and then like, hey, we missing another 3, I had to go do those 3. You know what I'm saying? Because Summer gonna give Summer. Summer gonna give Summer. She gonna do her thing, and then it's almost like, okay, let me shade up a little color, some color in there. Summer, we need to add this there and add that there. And she was very sweet and very nice about allowing me to come in and do what I do too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you understand she don't have to, but she did.
Nah, she didn't have to. But there was a leveling up we had to do here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to go get it. Like, this album had to be the truth, right? Because there was so much pressure. For one, this your sophomore album. 2, you got a scenario that's crazy. I don't speak on no names. I let her speak on all the names. But this was a very serious situation. Like, this situation
played out.
Yeah, it was very serious, very out of control, very, you know what I'm saying, it's very tense. There was a baby involved, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people involved.
Did you feel the pressure of this album? Because again, with some of the other names that we saw, like you said, Usher, you came in, you were outside the window, it's 4 albums in. With this, you're helping build significant blocks in someone's career. And if it doesn't go well, it's not only on her. They're gonna be like, no, that was on Sean Garrett too.
It's definitely pressure. I mean, it was, but I don't speak negatively. I don't allow negative thoughts in my mind. I don't even deal with negativity. And being scared, that's negative to me. It just don't read. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being nervous, don't read. You know what I'm saying? Anything that ain't positive and ain't of love and ain't encouraging, don't read.
Can I address the elephant in the room?
Come on.
How does London on the Track produce an album or is involved with an album that is about him? Is that what am I missing?
I mean, you got to get into the specifics. I ain't gonna speak on no names, but specifically, did y'all see what she said?
I heard that she was like only a fraction. He did something.
Oh yeah.
Nah, you got to go read it.
I don't.
Like, we got to read.
Can someone pull it up?
No, I mean, I don't want to take up our time.
No, I hear you.
But
she already addressed it.
Yeah,
I missed it.
You
Okay.
have to read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to you, Fuzzy. But I'm just saying you got to read the wall. Read. You got to read it. You know what I'm saying? And hey, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I try to help all parties involved.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Can we curse?
Yeah.
I don't fuck other girls. I don't fuck other niggas' girls. That's just the code of me. That's how my parents raised me.
Right.
What's for me is for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
Right.
That ain't my vibe. I don't wreck nobody's house. I don't wreck no homes. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my vibe, bro. I don't get a kick out of that. I don't get a kick out of hurting people. But if I gotta deal with something,
you're gonna deal with it.
It's gonna get dealt with.
Right.
By all means necessary.
Switching gears, man. Like, you know, you've done this for Summer. It's not. I'm not saying this is.
I've done this with Summer.
You've done this with Summer, right?
Yeah.
You work with other artists that we know are huge. Who are some people that you're looking at? Like, man, I would love to get in, and maybe we could do something, or maybe
Today, man. To be honest with you, today I don't know. I mean, I fuck with who fuck with me.
Right. And I'm sure you're getting calls.
I mean, the phone been ringing though. The phone gonna ring all the time because God said he would.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like in my heart, man, I mean well. I come in peace. I try to give everything. I'm a vessel. I'm on this earth for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I hear you.
That bitch your ex for a reason though.
That's real spit.
Yeah, no.
Let's go back to a classic Sean Garrett moment. Like let's go back to during the pandemic. We're all watching Versus just before it got.
This is
before it got produced. This is when
this is Versus before the internet.
This is iPhone to iPhone, and you go, then I go, then you go.
Yeah.
So you have a classic Versus early with songwriter to songwriter, producer to producer, Sean Garrett versus The Dream. Explain to me or us what happened that night. Because I'm like, what happened? I mean, Dream started playing.
His ass up. What you mean? Y'all seen it? Fuck, what we talking about?
That's your brother.
Yeah, he my brother, but we was on the field.
It was war.
Come on, man.
You was drinking. You was drinking.
Nah, I wasn't drinking.
What were you doing?
No. Swizzy, see, here's the deal, man. Everybody knows, first of all, it was a couple things that needed to happen here. One, we had to set the show off.
Right.
That's number one. Peace to the guys. Peace to my man Swizz Beats. Peace to my man Timbo. I had to help get my guys shit off the ground.
And you own a percentage of that.
Now we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank you guys.
You eating on everything, this guy.
But I mean, Swizzy, my brother, like Swizzy been knowing me a long time, so he knows me and Swizzy kind of like the same kind of dogs. You know what I'm saying? We are dogs. And we get, you know what I'm saying? We like to, when we get riled up, he knew what to do. He knew what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I like to compete, man. And, and like, I got a chance to see, you know what was funny for me? I got a chance to see everybody's comments.
You were reading the comments while you were on?
I was reading the comments.
You're not supposed to do that.
I got a chance to see everybody, though. It's like everybody I see, like, I see you, I saw you, I saw what you said. I saw you. I was clear. Because, the thing about life, man, if a lot of people seen Jesus, they wouldn't even know that Jesus was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You Jesus.
No. You made reference to that. That's funny. I said, if a lot of people, basically what I'm trying to say is some people just don't read. Yes. They don't read the room. They don't read notes. They don't pay attention to some things that's like, obvious.
Yeah.
And so obviously, I like to compete. And so, me and Dream has kind of always been like my nemesis. And I mean, the facts is,
Nemesis in a good way, though. You mean?
yeah. I mean, well, I'm just like, like when you're on the field, like, when you playing against each
They
other.
always
like,
gonna put somebody up against.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, I'm like Fuzzy, like, when you play football?
Nah, I'm terrible.
Okay.
I'm not.
You play basketball?
Yeah, I play basketball.
I get it.
It's like when you're on the court, it's like,
Let's go
like,
at it.
I don't care who it is. Like,
They all can catch it.
let me get it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, but in our case, it's almost like he kind of came after me, so he was trying to be bigger than me, I guess. Or, he was competing with me.
What was the Rock Nation slander about? When he kept on saying something about Rock Nation. Explain to me what that is.
Sure, no.
No, listen, man. Hold on. First of all, Jay-Z named me the pen. Jay-Z is like, they're like people who I really love and respect and have shown me a lot of love and a lot of gratitude.
100%.
Beyonce gave me a humongous amount of opportunities, and I did a lot of records from Soldier, Lose My Breath, T-Shirt Girl, Is She the Reason I'm Through with Love.
You just drop it like
this. I heard it.
Upgrade You, Ring Alarm, La Diva, a lot of those records. So we spent a lot of time together, and we had a lot of success together, and we did a lot of great things together. So I think he's signed to Rock Nation, I guess, and so it's like Jay know how competitive I am and how competitive he is, and you know what I'm saying. Like, so it ain't even about it. It was one comment that he made that everybody missed. Cause see, y'all asked me, but y'all didn't ask me why did he say
that's what I'm
the disrespectful line. So y'all didn't catch it.
That's what I'm saying. It
wasn't disrespect to me. See, they try to make me the villain. You know what I'm saying? They try to make me the villain. Hey, Sean, what was the whole? No, it wasn't me. Do y'all not remember somebody said, "What's wrong, Sean? You mad I stole your?" Y'all don't remember that? No, y'all missed that.
It was in the context of
y'all
all that.
Missed that. No, it was direct. That was a direct assault. Okay, and that wasn't even an assault.
I do remember him saying that. I just didn't.
Yeah. See, they didn't catch that. But you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying people don't read. Like, they be trying to.
Who was it referring to then?
I mean, do the math. But the bottom line is,
hold on.
I
need a calculator because I don't start calling out names.
Oh boy.
Nah, but the bottom line is, man, it's like respect is respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would never do that.
All right.
Man. So I had to.
Sean, are you getting blamed for knocking down a lot of things? Is this?
Yeah.
Damn.
Huh? Knocking down a lot of things. No.
Yeah.
It's just
you know
what
hard.
I mean? I get blamed for working hard. I get blamed for competing, doing my best. I get blamed.
Yeah. No, you got to read between the lines for us. This is all number ones, man. Let's go into number one. Let's go to another number one.
Let's do some more number one talk.
Let's go to number one talk. Let's go.
Funny fuzzy.
I'm just trying to get to the truth.
What's the number one after? Yeah. What's that like?
Goodies.
Oh my gosh.
My first 10 singles was like how I did number one.
All right, talk to us about you. Name your first 10.
Goodies.
You know what? He's still in his Atlanta bag.
I know.
I mean, then check him on it. That was for the Pink Panther soundtrack.
Yep.
And then Destiny's Child, Soldier. Status ain't hood. I ain't checking for. I wrote that in a taxi on the way to the studio.
You wrote that.
Yeah, that was
then they
Lose My Breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, Issue to Read. Well, those are some more like cultural hits. Issue to Read, Girl. Let me see. Then Chris Brown's Run It.
Sheesh.
Give me that. Is your man on the floor? If he ain't, let me know. Let me see if you can run it. Mama, you may be 3 years older, but you up. Give me that. Wall to Wall. Ain't no way, I'm gonna let you. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a signature sound?
No.
No. All those sound. Lose Your Breath don't sound like Run It, and don't sound like nothing on Summer Walker. And this is not a disrespect. When Pharrell, you hear the doom, and then he
does a 4 count.
Yeah. So nah, he doesn't have a. Do you have a favorite?
Like, because my thing is, like, since we spoke about Dream has, he has a sound. We talked about that with James Fauntleroy. Shout out to James Fauntleroy.
Hey,
Jamie Foxx.
James Fauntleroy is one of the best ever.
Yeah,
for sure.
That was one of our first writers.
He's one of my great. He's like one of my great.
Oh, that's dope.
I just love him. Like love James. He's
good person.
He's from space.
Who are some of those other songwriters you like? Yo,
who's your top? Let's give him top five. Let's give us your top 5 songwriters
today.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Is that hard? All right, up to date.
Let's go rule out some shit.
Yeah, let's do today.
Shit.
Up to date.
Stevie Wonder is gonna be number 1. Okay.
That has to be inspired. Have you ever met him?
Yes.
And how did you feel?
Man, clear.
All right,
Very
cool.
clear. Okay, so
Stevie Wonder.
But we gotta leave Stevie up today. You said
Stevie
James,
Wonder's still writing stuff.
but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. No, don't you try to make me disrespect Stevie.
I don't want to.
Yeah, but of today,
Stevie watches us on FAQ.
Yeah, we love him. James Fauntleroy.
Amazing.
All right. Who else we got in there?
Just natural born killers. Boy, Bruno Mars hard too.
I love this new project.
Bruno Mars,
short
dude.
and sweet.
That Bruno Mars boy he's a different vibe.
Yeah, man.
Esther Dean. She's like one of the coldest.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Esther.
She's one of the coldest females
nice
in the game.
Nice.
Max Martin, of course, is like.
Tell us Max Martin.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Who we got?
God, just like fucking NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, like, but still, and he
still get it,
and still going crazy.
Yeah, nah.
Like,
I'm gonna look him up.
He inspires you up. Oh,
yes,
you know the records.
Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like,
you know the records.
Yes,
trust me.
Like, Google him and the shit is like
It's
long
like,
as the street.
When I say pop, but like, still
retarded. Like,
got it. One more.
That's a good one.
Let me see. I don't know, man. Olivia Rodriguez. I think she be writing them songs. Her songs are crazy.
Olivia Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
is it easier?
songs.
Okay, so is it easier to write?
Ed Sheeran, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's retarded.
Yeah. I feel like he got a little soul in him.
No, Ed's just
swaggy.
He retarded. Like,
do you find out is it harder for you to write for other people, or is it more pressure for you to write for yourself as an artist? Because you try, you've done the artist thing. You still,
That's no trying. It's just I just supersede my hit making is just supersede. I mean, I'm never gonna be bigger than.
Is that hard for people to compare? Because they give you a hard time when you're like,
I mean, my first number 1 record as an artist is Break Up. Period. I get busy, bro. I get busy.
We're all right. You said you gave us a couple joints of where you wrote them at. I'm gonna throw a couple songs out. Tell me where you wrote these songs.
A couple.
Yeah, and how
random.
long?
Just random.
Upgrade you. Where was that? How long did that take? Where were you when you wrote that?
I was downstairs in the studio, in Sony Studios. I think everybody else was upstairs.
Sony Studios in New York.
And so so the way we were working at that studio, Beyonce would let us start ideas. She would. It was Rodney and God rest his soul, LaShawn Daniels. That was another one. That's absolutely amazing.
Yes, that's my guy. Shiz.
Big Shiz. They was upstairs. Beyonce was in the middle room. She was in the big room in the A room, and then I would be downstairs. I would go from being downstairs in the basement with Swizzy, and then come back upstairs with Beyonce. So I would kind of travel between those two. Excuse me. And a lot of times, we would start working before she got there because her schedule was hella crazy, and so she'd come in and she would hear ideas that she liked. You know what I'm saying? And if she heard something she liked, it would be something that we would finish. If it was something that she didn't like, she'd be like, "Yeah, I kind of like that." So a lot of those songs, man, just me. I was just trying to come up with shit. Like me and Swizz just are so like we're so much alike in like Monster. Like he's a monster. Like he big ass drums, just fucking just crazy energy.
His production reflects his energy.
Yeah, I'm in those type of songs. Like I need to go find those type of beats. I don't want to do nothing mild. I'm hot wings. I'm not mild wings. You know what I mean?
Habanero.
Now, I mean, I can tone it down. I can do the slow stuff, and that's cool. That shit's cool.
You want to be challenged, I see.
Yeah, I like to compete, man. I like
10-4.
Lose your breath, because that was a.
Can you keep up? So that was when the girls came back. Okay, after I worked with them for the first time, we worked in L.A. Then when I came back the second time, we were pretty much finishing up the album, and that's when we did the last two. We did Lose My Breath, Soldier, I'm through with it, love, I'm through with it, love. Yeah, that was in, that might have been in Sony Studios as well. I don't think that was in Sony Studios, but it was in New York for sure.
Yeah. Man, I mean, he got a bunch of Jamie Foxx records.
I mean, DJ play a love song. Hey, Mary J. Blige, I've done enough crying.
Yeah, man, big.
Good Woman Down.
just
Work that, yeah.
But it's all stems from conversation.
Sometimes it don't be conversation. It might be an observation.
Observation.
It may be.
So you can see things through these Cartiers you're wearing.
Yeah.
They're very clear.
And I can also take them off. Still see.
Yeah, it's not Fendi. It's Cartier.
I listen. I know my iframe game.
Yeah, I've seen his.
Yeah, no, he
got some
gets
class.
out there. He gets out there.
Shades.
So Sean, I know we got to wrap up, but again, we've been seeing you moving around, and I just feel like yes, the Summer Walker project is out and it's amazing. It's number one.
Thank you.
But what is something that that's coming out that you're excited about, that's about to come, that you're like, yo, this is what you're setting up? Because this ain't no victory lap. This ain't no, oh yeah.
Nah. But I gotta say that's funny because I mean, damn, it just went number one today. That's how the game is today. It's like what you doing next?
Yeah, they
like,
move on
like,
quick.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy this.
It was like,
Yeah, you have to, because it was. I mean, we've heard the project just recently, but you've been
well. This was something that
You help the ladies win, you motherfucker.
I like the women.
Yeah, sheesh.
I be trying to tell guys.
Everybody's
consumers,
asked for a few. You need to future.
probably
need to come
wise guys. If you,
back. Wise.
I mean, you're not gonna win the game.
It's not an
Yeah.
album. It's not an
Yeah.
album. I could be in the car with my lady if we're beefing.
Yeah.
'Cause it's gonna be some nigga.
Well, you don't even that's not the vibe. But see, here's the point. We've been on COVID now, so you gotta Fuzzy. This is really a great play.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been in COVID zone. You know what I'm saying? Give the ladies time
Let
to
them-
they
yeah.
gotta flush out. You know what I'm saying?
So
They
you're
have
helping us get the flushing out.
We
You're
got to
helping
get
us-
the flushing
got
out.
it,
They've
got
been
it.
cooped up in the house.
Got
They've
it.
been through a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to
Yeah.
let them breathe.
Yeah.
See, if you don't do that, then that's how you're mismanaging.
And this is cuffing season right
It's
now.
cuffing season.
It's
You know what I'm
cuffing
saying? So
season.
you let them cuff. See, this
Got it.
toxic. But you got to understand, this generation is kind of like, well, they just like toxic shit.
Yeah,
you know
toxic
what I'm saying? Like
Tuesdays,
they
yeah.
they like if the shit wrong is right to them. You know what I'm saying? Like cussing each other out. Yeah, that's just normal. Like they supposed to be mad at you about some shit that you ain't even did yet. That's just the way they at now.
You just
know what I'm
meet
saying?
them. You meet them where they
It ain't
at.
normal. Like, you meet them where they at. See, that's the thing. Cats be trying to fight the women. You can't fight them mentally. You're not gonna win that.
Never.
So you got to go head on and be like, you know what, baby? I done fucked up. Like, hey,
Right.
babe, listen.
I'm sorry.
But now
Period.
I'm
I'm apologizing early.
That's what you gotta do. We're going. I think he's already set it up.
Oh
Buzz.
my God.
If you already did this for
I'm out
summer,
of pocket.
if you already did this for summer, you need.
I'm a
And I know
Scorpio.
he has these records. Peep game, Fuzz. If he already did these, collaborated with these songs with Summer, right? You have to have a rebuttal. Who is the artist that can give the rebuttal? Is it a Sean Garrett? Is it a younger guy that he's
No,
already?
man, it's not.
It's
no.
Future.
No, listen, guys. See, no.
I'm
That's
betting
not,
on
that's not
Future.
the process. That's what he's about.
I'm
to
not
tell us.
talking about. I'm not saying anything negative.
Somebody got to.
I'm not talking about Future.
It has to be an answer, bro. We're
You don't.
we're
want,
Ellen right now. We
Yeah,
got
but-
bruises, bro.
I know that.
We're
but we done
outside
went
in
through
our
that phase.
dun-dun-duns with one sock
No,
on.
girls are back. We done went through the phase already, guys. Like, y'all don't remember? Like, they was talking crazy to women for the last, 3-4 years, 5 years.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Got it.
I don't know. Sorry.
Check. See,
I got
you
you.
got to check in. See, I'd already checked that out, and I know that,
So
you
this
gotta,
is it's the wave. It's the
you gotta
wave.
let the seasons happen.
Oh shit! So
Got it.
we're gonna have
10-4.
5 more.
You know how you was talking about the sleeves and stuff? You got to let that happen, because, see, if you get away from letting the lead, you can't just have summer all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Summer's fire though. I like Summer Walker.
No, he's talking
No,
about the
Summer.
one.
No, listen, no. Let me tell you when I had a lot of respect for Summer Walker. Tiny Desk performance. I was a new fan. That right there turned the corner for me.
Hey, by the way, I will say this: Summer is probably one of the most amazing
Individuals
artists today. Yes. But let me tell you why she's amazing, because she's doing it in her own way, right? And she's not like anyone else that we know. That's something that's very important. She's a very individual type artist that has her own look. She has her own style. She's comfortable in her own skin. And she's definitely showing a lot of other women it's okay to share your feelings and your vulnerability.
Let's be respectful, ladies. Express yourself
Oh, yeah.
with your hands open.
Yeah,
okay?
especially women from New York.
Yeah.
who have attitudes.
They
wear fancy
definitely
glasses.
have them, especially Brooklyn,
Strong.
Yeah.
718 Brooklyn best side
Strong.
chicks.
Strong.
Strong and
Can we
wrong.
do a part 2 of this? I know you know.
Yeah, see, well, Fuzzy, like, that's my brother. So, like,
Yeah,
we
gonna
need
do
to, we got to do
Oh,
part
we're
two.
gonna be in the
Yeah.
A for a second, so yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
And shout out to
We'll go
your
to
dad.
Flying Biscuit. We'll fly.
Shout out to
my
Philly.
pop.
Shout out to your
Yeah,
dad,
yeah,
man.
shout out to my pop and
Why
my
you
mom.
gotta do that, bro?
just
Yeah, you
had
got
to.
to do that.
Had to. I mean, that was the connection.
That's the brotherly love.
Brotherly love.
And sisterly affection.
Shout out
Yo,
to Will Smith.
FAQ Podcast, frequently asked questions with Fuzzy and Quincy. Please subscribe.
Yeah.
Please let's give it up for Sean Garrett. Thank
Hey,
you, sir.
thank y'all.
The
Love
pen.
y'all.
The pen.
Cheer.
We appreciate you.